Hey, Cal, you made this shit? Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Millionaire Mansion podcast. My name is James Hodgkin. I'm the owner of the Millionaire Mac Club, and we believe millionaire is defined by a mindset, not monetary status, man. And we're increasing consciousness in order to maximize our limitless potential, man. I'm so grateful y'all are joining us. I hope y'all are living abundantly, and if you're not, just shift that perspective. Abundance is everywhere, in every situation. There's always something positive to come out of a negative, something negative to come out of positive. All of it is lessons and blessings, man. We turn lessons into blessings. But man, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing some great things. I haven't been ramping out as many podcasts lately just because I've been transitioning into the start of school, into the start of full-on basketball practice. So, I just had to shift my priorities for a second, and now I'm finding my rhythm. So now I can add more to my arsenal throughout my day. You see what I'm saying? And we're working on a big project for JD Fitness. His app is coming out October 4th, so be ready for that. But with all that being said, it's actually kind of the basis of what I wanted to talk about today. Today I wanted to talk about how do you juggle a busy schedule. Somebody asked me this. And look, I'm going to read you my response. To their text. So the question was, I got a question. How do you manage school, workout, business, and friends? I said, you have to have great time management. And something's got to be sacrificed, like time on IG, etc. And have a planner with things you got to do so you can see everything. And so it's way more in depth than that, but those are the base principles. So let's get into it. First, if you want to manage a busy schedule, you need to have priorities. You need to understand what your priorities are. Because if you're trying to give a bunch of things time, you need to understand that there's only 24 hours of the day, and you can get a lot done, but certain things deserve more time. Not everything deserves the same amount of time. Not everything needs the same amount of time. So you need to understand your priorities in order to delegate your time correctly and diligently so you can get diligent work done. Because if you're giving way too much time into scrolling on Instagram, into something that isn't progressing you, and you have that subconsciously, unconsciously prioritized over something that you want to actually progress you and actually change your reality, then it's not going to, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, and you can't expect to progress if you're giving non-progressing things your time. So next, it's off the same tip. Ask yourself, what deserves your time? What deserves your time? Like, it's okay if you think TV, if you think scrolling on Instagram, if you think hanging out with your friends, like whatever it is, it's okay if you think that deserves your time, but you just need to be conscious and understand that it's your decision, it's your time, it's your life. You don't have to give anything any time, power, energy if you don't want to, ultimately, because it is your life. Next, a planner. Get a planner. I used to be the type that I didn't like having planners. I was like, oh no, I know what I need to do. But it's just so helpful just because you can see everything visibly. You can have all your to-dos, boom, all your to-dos. And it's just good to see what you need to get done at what time. You have different events, different things, different meetings, different obligations, and then it's good to have the to-do list so you can visibly see what you've got done. You can check off the things that you've got done, and so it doesn't feel like you're just grinding or running on a hamster wheel. Like, no, you can see the work that you're putting in. You see what I'm saying? You can track your success. And that's what it's really about, because how can you determine success if you have no way to track it, right? Or else it feels like you're running on a hamster wheel. Yeah, you're getting a workout, but you're not going anywhere, right? So have a planner, have a planner. The more you plan, the more free time you'll realize that you have. Like if you're like, all right, I need to get this, 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 and this done, then your free time will actually end up being better and more relaxing and more fulfilling, just because you're not racing through your head, oh, do I have to get this done? Oh, do I have to get this done? No, you'll know what you need to get done. You'll get it done, and you'll have it scheduled out, so you'll have more time. Next, have a to-do list. That's off the same tip. Have a to-do list. Understand what you need to get done, because with a busy life, I was listening to this podcast and he said it perfectly. He was like, there's nothing about life, any type of lifestyle, that's balanced. It's a matter of juggling. It's a matter of juggling. How well can you juggle? How well can you manage? Because life is always throwing random things at you, no matter what you're doing. No matter if you're an entrepreneur, if you're going to school, if you're an athlete, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Life is going to throw obstacles at you. So if you have a list, understanding your set obligations, then it makes it way less overwhelming at the end, because you have everything right in front of you, and it may seem like a long list. It may seem like a long list, but at least you have an understanding of what needs to get done. You're not playing a guessing game, right? So have a to-do list. Next, you gotta watch your habits. We're creatures of habits. Habits are the biggest thing, and honestly, what I'm coming to the conclusion, they're the biggest key to success. Because you're gonna have habits regardless of if you set them, if you're conscious of them or not. Like, we're creatures of habits, like I said. So make sure that your habits are progressive. Make sure your habits are progressive. And I have a video on how to create habits, what type of habits you want to create. So make sure you go on the page and find that. But habits are so important. Like, is your habit to hit snooze every morning? If you're hitting snooze every morning, then you're not getting up on time. You're not starting your day off strong, and you're wasting. You're not wasting time, because sleep is necessary. But if you set a time to wake up, then obviously that's when you need to get up so you can get what you need to get done. So there's a bunch of different habits that aren't progressive, and honestly, that was a prime example. That was one of my examples. Is like, I'll hit snooze on my alarm way too much, but like I'll still end up getting my stuff done. So make sure you're setting progressive habits. Like, are you scrolling on Instagram too much? Are you scrolling on TikTok too much? Are you hanging out with your friends when you know that you should be doing your work? Are you procrastinating? Procrastination is a habit. There's a bunch of different habits that aren't progressive. So figure out progressive habits and instill them one at a time. And off that, my 7 and 7 reset is going to help you guys build some great habits, and that is almost complete. So next, I've already talked about it multiple times throughout the episode. How much time are you mindlessly scrolling on social media? I need you to understand the power of social media and understand what it can do for you. It's the ultimate connectivity tool, correct? But it's a matter of how much connection do you need through your electronic device until it turns counterproductive, right? Because if you're keeping up with your friends, you don't need to keep up with your friends 8 hours out of the day, 3 hours out of the day, 4 hours out of the day. And you're not even giving yourself individual time. And that's something we're about to get into next, is like, will oftentimes, like people of this generation and of these times, they'll be so focused on catching up, keeping up on everybody else's lifestyle that they don't even really truly know themselves. So be okay with spending time by yourself. So that's actually one that I wanted to talk about. Schedule you time. And I'm not talking about you sitting on the couch, you sitting on your bed, watching Netflix. Maybe that is your you time. But have some quiet time, have some reading time, have some time where you're gaining knowledge on maybe a hobby or some self-improvement stuff. Have some scheduled you time where the same way that you're hanging out with your friends, you're hanging out with you, because you're your own friend. You have to remember that you are your own friend. You're the person that you're stuck with all of your life. So you might as well get real acclimated, real friendly with the person that you're going to be with 24/7, right? So schedule you time, because without you, nothing else is going in your busy life, right? Next, can you delegate it? Can you have somebody else do the task for somebody else that may be stronger in whatever you're trying to do? Is there somebody that can do it for you, and not necessarily getting handouts, because it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours, whether you're paying somebody to do the task or if you're doing a favor in return for them. See if you can delegate certain things so you can free up some time so you can do what you want to put your mind to, what is your top priorities, right? And last but not least, realize how much time is in a day. There are 24 hours in a day, 24 hours. Do you know how many things you can get done in an hour if you're just focused? So don't procrastinate. If you procrastinate, you don't lose time technically, but your free time in that time that you're procrastinating, you're thinking about the task that you need to get done. So that task is being extended. That task is being prolonged. That task is spilling into other times that you're doing other activities. So don't procrastinate. Realize how much time there is. Start creating those great habits. Start creating those great habits, because we're not going to be here forever. Time is our greatest commodity, so let's not play with it. Let's not play with it, all right? Man, but after all that, I'm so grateful, y'all. Y'all are rocking with me. So if any of this was helpful, please share it. Hit that like button. Share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, man. And as always, like my grandma said, keep going, keep growing. I love y'all. Peace.